Today I'm making a restaurant style Dum Egg Biryani. Sometimes the idea of making a biryani seems a little daunting. So please follow this recipe where I've given you detailed instructions and tips and tricks to make the perfect egg biryani. My channel all about easy to follow and easy to implement, ingredients always displayed on the right and highlighted for each step. If you like my channel, please do subscribe, share and like. So come follow along and cook with me. First, I'm going to soak the rice. Here I have 500 grams of basmati rice. Soak this for about 30 to 40 minutes. Now we will make our birista or the crispy fried onions. For that, here I have taken 3/4 cup of oil. Make sure the oil is really hot before adding the sliced onions. The oil is now hot, so I will add the sliced onions. Here I have taken 2 small onions, total about 220 grams that I have sliced. So I'm going to add this and fry the onions till they become completely brown, but make sure that they don't get burnt. Onions can get burnt very easily if you over fry it, and make sure as you are frying it that you keep stirring this with the ladle to clear out any clumpiness that gets formed so that all the onions get nicely evenly fried. The other thing to note here is as you're frying the onions, make sure you keep the temperature at medium. The onions have now turned completely brown, so now we will turn off the oven first and then we'll start setting the onions aside. So I've taken a plate and I've put a kitchen towel on top of it. So go ahead and set all of the onions aside. I have set aside our birista or fried onions. So this is the leftover oil that we are going to use to make our eggs next. However, before that, just take out 2 tablespoons from here and set aside this oil. This we are going to use when we layer our biryani. Next, we are going to make the eggs for our biryani. For that, here I have taken 8 eggs that I have boiled and marinated with a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You don't need to set it aside for a long time, just 10 to 15 minutes. Once you marinate with the powdered spices is fine. The oil is now hot, so go ahead and add all of the marinated eggs. Now fry the eggs for 4 to 5 minutes at a medium flame. It's been 5 minutes. Now I will go ahead and set the eggs aside. So frying of the eggs is optional. You can always directly add the boiled eggs to the biryani as well. Frying of the eggs gives it an enhanced flavor. Now we will fry the onions and the ginger garlic with our whole spices. For that we need 2 teaspoons of shahi jeera, 2 bay leaves, 1 black cardamom, 1 star anise, a 1/4 teaspoon of mace strands. If you don't have it, you can skip it. 1 nutmeg. Again, if you don't have it, you can skip it as well. 1 inch of cinnamon stick, 4 green cardamoms. 2 small onions finely chopped comes to about 220 grams. 1 tablespoon of ginger paste and 1 tablespoon of garlic paste. In the same oil in which we fried the eggs, we are going to add our whole spices. So adding the shahi jeera, bay leaf, black cardamom, star anise, mace, green cardamoms, cinnamon stick, nutmeg, and we will fry this for 30 to 40 seconds till the shahi jeera splutters and we get a nice aroma from our whole spices. Now we will add the chopped onions and fry the onions till they caramelize and turn light brown. The onions have now turned light brown, so I will add the ginger garlic paste and we will fry this at a low to a medium low flame for another 3 to 4 minutes or till we no longer get any raw smell of the ginger garlic. Next, we are going to cook the tomatoes with all our spices. For that, we need 1 medium tomato, about 120 grams, all our powdered spices, 1 teaspoon turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon coriander powder, 2 teaspoons of chili powder. You can adjust based on your spice level. 1/4 teaspoon of mace and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Mace and nutmeg are optional. If you have it, please do use it. 1 teaspoon of kasuri methi, some salt as per taste, 3 tablespoons of yogurt, 3 to 4 green chilies, some mint leaves and coriander leaves. It's been about 4 minutes and I'm no longer getting any raw smell of the ginger garlic. Now I will add the tomatoes. Also add the powdered spices, the turmeric powder, coriander powder, chili powder, and the mace, and also nutmeg. Mix all of this really well together. We will also add some salt as per taste. So we have added some salt when we marinated the eggs, and we will also add some salt when we cook the rice. So just be mindful of the salt. And now here is kasuri methi. So gently crush them and add that. Now mix all of this well and cook this till you can see the oil separating out. Take somewhere between 5 to 6 minutes. So now our tomatoes are completely soft, and as you can see the oil is separating out. Now I will add the yogurt. Make sure you keep the flame at low or medium low and keep stirring this continuously, otherwise the yogurt can get curdled. We will keep cooking this for another 4 to 5 minutes or till we can see the oil separating out. It's been 4 minutes and the oil is separating out. Now I will add some chopped mint leaves and also add some chopped coriander leaves, the green chilies, and mix this well. And now we will add the fried eggs. Again, mix all of this really well together. It's been about 3 minutes and our eggs are now completely done. Now we will go ahead and cook the rice. To cook the rice, first we will boil some water. Here I have taken about 2 liters of water that I will first bring to a boil. The water has now come to a boil. I will add some whole spices. So 2 bay leaves, 4 green cardamoms, 6 cloves and 1-inch cinnamon stick. Also add 1.5 tablespoons of salt and a few drops of rose water. This is optional, you can skip it if you want, and a few drops of the Kura water, and then add the soaked rice. So go ahead and add all of that. And we will cook the rice till it is about 75% done. Takes between 8 to 10 minutes, and make sure you do not stir the rice as it's getting cooked because that might break the rice. It's been 8 minutes and our rice is 75% cooked. So one way to make sure that the rice is rightly done is, so if you take, it's too hot, if you take a grain of rice and it should get squished between your fingers, but you have to apply some force. So that's how you know that the rice is 75% done. So now what we will do is we will line a container with a sieve or a colander. So I'm just going to show you. So, and we will drain the rice through this and then set the rice aside. However, one thing I wanted to point out is the water, the leftover water from this rice, do not discard all of that. Save half a cup of this water because we are going to use it while we layer the biryani. So now go ahead and drain the rice aside. So as you can see, I have drained the rice. So I've drained it through this sieve, and the water that is here, so we will save half a cup of this water that we'll use while layering the biryani. So now is our final step where we are going to layer our biryani. We will now start with the layering of our biryani. So first we will make a layer of the eggs. So just half of the eggs along with the gravy. So we'll make 2 layers. So just gently spread it out. And then we will make a layer of the rice. So very gently add half of the rice and spread it out using your hands. So if you can see the way I'm spreading it out, just so that it's evenly spread, and we have to be very careful to not break the rice, so it will stay really nice and separate. Now the beresta that we made before, so add half of that, and then also add some chopped coriander leaves, and all of this we will add again because we are making 2 layers. So make sure you have enough of the coriander leaves and the mint leaves, and here I'm adding the mint leaves. And now we will go ahead and make our second layer of the eggs and add the rest of the gravy. And we will add the rest of the rice now. So again, the same process, just be very gentle. And I'm spreading it out like you see here with my hands, so the rice is evenly spread out. And again, we'll repeat the same process of the fried onions. So the rest of our fried onions we have given, and the coriander leaves, and the mint leaves, and if you remember, we had kept aside about 2 to 3 tablespoons of the oil in which we fried the onions, so add that on top. Gives a really nice flavor to the biryani. And then we will also add some saffron. So here I have 4 tablespoons of milk that I heated up and added some saffron to it. Now if you don't have saffron, then you can just skip this, and add half a cup of the water that we had cooked the rice in, that we had saved. This really helps to keep the rice separate, and you'll see that nothing will stick to each other or the bottom of the pan. And at the end, just add about 1 tablespoon of ghee. So add that. Now what we will do is, so people do many things, they close it using atta, but this is, I find this very efficient. So I've taken an aluminum foil here, and I will nicely close the pan with the foil. So it's your preference, whatever works for you, you can do that. So go ahead and do that. And now what we will do is, we will cook this at a very high flame for 3 minutes, and then we will lower the flame and at a low flame cook this for another 10 minutes. So the 3 minutes of high flame will just get everything heated up really well, and then it will be slow cooking for 10 minutes. So 3 minutes on high flame and then 10 minutes on low flame. So it's been 13 minutes, 3 minutes on high flame and 10 minutes on a low flame. Now we will turn off the oven and let the biryani stand for another 15 minutes. It's been 15 minutes, so now let's go ahead and check our biryani. It just smells so delicious. So one important thing is, when you serve the biryani, it's very important not to break the rice. So the way to serve the biryani is from one of the sides. Use a flat ladle like I'm using, and I want to show you how the biryani looks like. So you can see how nice and separate and fluffy the rice is. Also make sure you don't break the eggs in the process. So go ahead and serve the biryani now. It's really easy to make, like you can see, and it tastes just delicious. So please do try it this way, and I'm hoping you're going to really enjoy it. And thank you so very much for watching my channel. Enjoy Egg Dum Biryani.